Hey, y'all, it's your girl Shay. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Look, listen, y'all. I hope, nope, no lipstick. Because the last time, remember my fashion basics video, I had to do that thing all over again. Anyway, the devil ain't gonna mess with me today. How y'all doing? Okay, hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all had a fabulous week. We had a great conversation about self-love last week. So it brings me into my new topic. First of all, thank you all for following me over on Instagram. Thank you all for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you for all of that. No good deed goes unnoticed. I am very grateful. Just know that. Okay, so let's get into it. We talked about self-love last week. We had a good conversation about that. I felt very positive about that video. So I did want to follow up kind of like, what's the next step? Manifestation. Once you learn to love yourself, you know that you're deserving of great things. Right? Once you really get that down. And like I said, it's a journey. It's not something that you get to overnight. It's not something that you stay parked at. It's something because things continue to change, like we talked about. So let's talk about this manifestation. That's like a big buzzword right now. Everybody's saying, oh, manifest. But in order to manifest, you have to be in alignment with what you're trying to manifest. Okay? So if you want a new house, let's keep it basic, keep it simple. If you want a new house, that means that you're going to have to make some sacrifices if you don't make but a certain amount of money. You know what I mean? If you can't go buy it outright, you're going to have to take out a loan. So you're going to have to either put some money down. If your credit is not where it needs to be, you need to work on some credit things. That means you can't be spending as much as you once were spending. So that's what that means. So you have to be in alignment. You can't be out here spending crazy. Gucci down to the socks. Shout out to B.I.G. His the anniversary of his death was the other day. So you know, it was all a dream. So I'm just saying, like, staying Gucci down to the socks. You can't say Gucci down to the socks if your money is not looking the way it needs to, looking like it needs to look to be able to go to the next level, right? So if you need some more assistance on that, go look at my end game. It's one of the first videos I put out on my channel, but. So to keep it moving, you have to be in alignment. So in order to get in alignment, what does it require to get in alignment? One word: elevation. Because when you're getting in alignment, you're elevating. You're getting yourself to the point where you'll be able to manifest it. You'll be able to get there. But you got to elevate first. It's like flying on a plane. Once you board the plane, okay, that's a level. That's a level. You get on the plane, then you take off and you go up. You have to go up in order to arrive at your destination. So that's why it's important for us to talk about elevation. So I've been pondering on this. Me and God, because Jesus is my homeboy. We talk, we vibe. So me and Jesus been talking about this, and I said, Jesus, what you think I need to tell the people? So elevation requires three key components, okay? That is isolation, introspection, meditation, and prayer. That's what it takes to elevate, okay? So you know me with my definitions. Let's define elevation. The act, what is this? So height above a given level, especially sea level. That goes back to that plane analogy I gave. And then the act of or fact of elevating or being elevated. So you going to the next level, right? You going to the next level. Isolation. So let's talk about isolation. I don't know if I said isolation first or introspection first. Can't remember. We ain't starting this video over again. We keeping it pushing. So isolation, you have to be able to separate yourself from. That's what isolation means. Separate yourself from the masses. And see, during COVID, and I gotta say this, during COVID, it was a crucial isolating period, right? Everybody was kind of just to themselves or had to not engage in the social activities and the social outings and all those things that they were used to doing. So that really required that, isolating. And what happens when you're trying to elevate? You have to isolate. And the reason why you have to set yourself apart, set yourself from, is because you need to know exactly what it is where you're struggling. When you're not isolated and you're around people all the time, and I talk about your circle a lot, you are a sum of that circle. So if you're continuously engaging within that circle, it's hard for you to be able to see what it is that you struggle with, what it is that you need. Because sometimes you can live vicariously through other people. Living vicariously through other people, meaning that, like, some people will say that about possible helicopter parents. That term is debatable. Whatever. I'm just using it for this video, whether I agree with it or not. Okay. But helicopter parents. So what that means is, you may have you had a dream of being a dancer your whole life, and those dreams never came to fruition, but your child, has budding dancing talents. So then you put her and make her and push her hard to go to that level of dance that you never got to. I don't think that anything is wrong with that if that's what the child wants. But that's an example of being around people and kind of picking up on their energy and not being separate to yourself. Because when you're separate to yourself, you can really address what your needs are. Okay, so then that brings me to introspection. So it's a term that psychologists use. And this is the definition. It is the examination of one's own conscious thoughts and feelings. In psychology, the process of introspection, relies on the observation of one's mental state. While in a spiritual context, it may refer to the examination of one's soul. So it's the examination of one's soul, being with yourself to be able to say, what is it that I need? I talk about this a lot, and I've said this a bit before on my Instagram, that when you have feelings, when feelings come up for you, don't ignore it. Don't shut it down, because they are a window to what you need to work on. They are a window of what's going on. It's like the doorbell. When you start to have a feeling, the doorbell alerts you that someone's at the door. So then you can go and answer the door and determine who it is they come in and whatever business they got in your house, right? That's what feelings are. Emotions are like a doorbell. Don't ignore them. So once the emotions hit you, hit your soul, hit your heart, that's the time to say, okay, so where's this coming from? Being able to dissect it. And therapy is good for this, but you also can do this on your own. I do this on my own a lot. And I did this big time in COVID. And I got to the point, I used to actually talk on the phone every day. I mean, my mother used to talk on the phone all the time. I talked on the phone all the time. And I realized that I kind of wasn't in tune with myself. And I had to stop talking to so many people, because once I got isolated, I realized that some things were bothering me that I didn't know were bothering me. And there were some parts of myself that I needed to heal that I didn't know needed healing until I isolated. And then I was able to get introspective, be introspective. I hope I'm using that correctly. To be introspective and to be able to go through all of those emotions that the doorbell was knocking at my door, ringing a bell at my heart and saying, this is what you need to work on. So once you have identified that, once you're in isolation, it will then pull you to being introspective. And then you got to go to your meditation and prayer, because that's when you'll be able to help yourself get in alignment. Because once you identify things in yourself, you've got to move on it. You've got to put action towards it. You just can't sit on it. Okay, I realize that, I don't do well. Let's take something easy, y'all. I don't do well when I eat McDonald's, and this is true. Sometimes I crave McDonald's. McDonald's does not do me well. I don't feel good when I eat McDonald's. I don't know what about McDonald's. I still feel hungry after I eat it. And then it's like a whole bunch of sugar and salt in my mouth, and I just don't feel right. So then that alerts me to say, McDonald's is not what you need to be eating. So then what's next? This goes to the meditation prayer part, getting quiet in your mind, which is a little bit different than isolation and being introspective. It's going a little bit further. It's going with your soul and saying, hey, look, I need to maybe explore when I eat other fast foods, do they do me better? Or should I just make sure that I have certain foods here that like salads and fun things that I could pick, or making my own tacos instead of going to Taco Bell. Things like that. You have to understand that you have to put an action behind what you have established works for you or doesn't work for you. Okay. And then that puts you on the path. That elevation is just like that plane that puts you en route to manifestation. But in order to get there, you have to be able to do these things. That's it, y'all. That's it, y'all. Let me say this, though. If you need to watch this video again, watch this video as many times as you need to watch it. Grab your notebook. You know we on this journey together, being better, not bitter. And that's a way of being better. It's being able to look at yourself honestly, and say, hey, this is what I need help with. Because some things are just between you and God. And once you get into that meditative state, and depending on who you call on God and what you believe in, once you start praying and God sees that you have put these other things in play, that's when healing and manifestation is starting to be born, if that makes sense. Because I know that happened for me during COVID. I am so grateful for this time. I mean, like, I had no idea that some things were still haunting me the way they were haunting me, because I am a social butterfly and I go out and I do things. And it wasn't a time where I was really isolated and then I'm on the phone all the time. I'm going to events, I'm going to things, and I wasn't able to do that. And it really helped me. This window of opportunity is about to be over. It was a wave. I don't know. I thought I was ending this video. Y'all stay with me. It was a wave that came across during COVID. You notice that a lot of things were born out of COVID. A lot of people started businesses. A lot of people, out of it, maybe not even out of just wanting to be an entrepreneur, but wanting to make a living because they were laid off during COVID. It's been a lot of things that's been birthed during this time. And it's also been a lot of losses at this time. And I feel like this was a time to really get on it. The world is starting to open back up again. It really is. It's starting to open back up again. And I want you to take advantage of this energy, because this is going to close, and we may not ever have a time where everybody stops at the same time. That's why it's important for you to know how to isolate yourself. So remember, elevation requires isolation, introspection, meditation, and prayer. And then that's going to move you to your action. Let's get it. Let's go. I hope this helped y'all. I really do. I hope it helped you. Get your notebook again. Share with me what you've been working on. If your notebook has been filled with stuff that I've been talking about, please let me know. I love to hear those encouraging things, that people are really listening and taking heed of what I'm trying to give you, these pearls I'm trying to give you during these videos. And that's the reason why I started my channel. And that's the reason why I'm a social worker. Y'all already know. So positive vibes only. I would stand up and let y'all see the rest of this shirt, but sidebar, you know we gotta have a little laugh over here. We gonna get better, but we gonna laugh while we do it. Honey, y'all ready? I got this shirt from Fashion Nova, right? I don't know if y'all know, but the sleeves a little bit didn't got high water on me. But anyway, I washed it because I'm real anal. I'm real anal about hygiene. I'm gonna do a video on hygiene though. I'm gonna do another video on hygiene. Y'all let me know if y'all want to hear about hygiene. Like how you actually keep your body clean and smelling good all day. But I'm going to do it anyway. But y'all still let me know. Anyway, y'all, I washed this in Delicate, but it didn't dry the way I needed it to dry quicker than, air drying it, because I let my clothes hang dry. I'm old school. I let my clothes hang dry. They dry will kill your clothes, okay? I put that thing in the dry and it didn't dry quick enough, so I put it in there again, and I didn't look, this thing is hyped up. I'm looking like a backup dancer from the 90s. You can see my whole belly button. Anyway, y'all, I love y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everything that you do and say. So anyway, that's it. That's it for me. Y'all know the tea. Y'all know the spill. Y'all know the vibes. Follow me over on Instagram at VShaelle, TheShaelle. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all in my next video. Love y'all. I gotta come back. I gotta come back. I cannot leave my video without this. So I got to go in and try to figure out how I'm going to merge these videos together. I hope this message inspires you. I hope this message finds you blessed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in my next video. Y'all know that's tradition. Love y'all.